What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with Paige, and today we're going to be doing my October book haul. Before we get into the video, don't forget to use my code PAGE10 at the Bookish Bean code to get 10% off your order. She makes beautiful candles and bookmarks, both normal and magnetic, as well as book sleeves and other bookish or fandom goodies. So don't forget to check out her website, which will be linked in the description box below. I bought myself 10 things and then I got gifted 6 amazing books. So I'm going to start with the gifted books and then jump into the books that I bought myself. So the first 5, I love dating a reader so much, he knows the way straight to my heart, were bought by Ash, my partner, and so yeah. So the first book Ash bought me was Holly Pucks, The Hunt for Morgan Crow, the 3rd book in the Nevermore series, and this is by Jessica Townsend. So this is following Morgan Crow as she continues on learning more about Nevermore. I'm not going to say much because it does give away a few spoilers. I would like to establish the fact that by the end of this month, all bar 4 books will have been read. So I am currently just over 60 pages into this and really enjoying it. So check out our November wrap-up to see my thoughts on this. The next, I could not help myself the day it arrived. I read it, or 3/4 of it, and then finished off the next day, and that is The Archive of the Forgotten by A.J. Hackworth. This is the 2nd book in the series, the first being The Library of the Unwritten, and check my October wrap-up for all my coherent thoughts because I can't do words when it comes to my favourite books of the year. Next, he bought me the graphic novel adaptation of The Witches by Roald Dahl. This adaptation was done by Penelope Begbu, and this was interesting. So I have read this one already for Believeathon, and again, wait until November wrap-up to see the rest of my thoughts. The next 2 I have not read, but I am so excited to get to them when I eventually do. The first is The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. So this is the author of The 10,000 Tours of January, which I have not read, but this just appeals to me on so many levels. So this is talking about witches joining the suffragettes of New Salem, and everything about this screams something I would love. The next is an absolute chonker, and that is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. This is the author of Wicked Saints, and I haven't read that series yet. I felt really drawn to this book, and I really don't know much about it aside from the fact it's dark, and I just love books like that. She is a bit of a chonker, but we're going to embrace it and just love it. And yeah, really excited to get to this one, I do. And then, the beautiful Grace from G-Swizzle. She bought me Australia Day by Stan Grant. I'm so excited to get to this. I read Talking to My Country by Stan Grant earlier and absolutely fell in love with his writing. So I had this on my wish list and Grace decided to pick it up for me. She's such a beautiful soul, and I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box below as well. So these are the books that were gifted to me this month, and I'm just so thankful to have such amazing people in my life that just know the way to my heart. Alrighty, and then the next stack of 10 books I bought myself. So a few of these were for Believeathon and others for various reasons. So the first was the first and the 3rd in the Pages and Go series. So this is Tilly and the Book Wanderers, and this is Tilly and the Map of Stories. I have already read this, and the story behind getting this again is under the dust jackets are some of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen in my life. And knowing how much April from Aprilius Maximus loves this series, I sent her my hardcover in this sort of edition before because she couldn't get her hands on it anymore. Somehow a department centre near us got their hands on a few more copies of these, so when I saw it I snagged it. I do have the paperback, so I will be unhauling that to a library soon, and it matches the 2nd and obviously the 3rd. So I'm usually not really pedantic about having matching series, it doesn't bother me, but I just love these editions so much that I couldn't not pick it up when I saw it for 10 bucks. So on to Pages and Co 3. I have finished this for Believeathon as well, and yeah, the covers are stunning. I cannot deal, and these covers encompass the story so beautifully that you can't help but fall in love with them. So yeah, very happy to have my hands on this and to have the matching set. The next is Wizards of Twice Magic by Cressida Cowell. I read the first one, I think for the last Believe-a-thon, and I really enjoyed the audiobook as it was narrated by David Tennant, and it was also the middle grade monthly pick for that month. So I wanted to pick up the second one. I think there's only 4 in the series, so I was happy to continue on, hoping to have this read by the end of the month. Then I picked up The Witches by Roald Dahl. I believe it's been repurposed in this particular edition because of the movie coming out. It says soon to be a major film, and I'm sorry, but it is already a major film and is perfection. So I don't know how they're going to top it, but yes, it's got the green sprayed edges, and being a Roald Dahl collector, I could not get it for my collection. This also has additional chapters in it, so I'm curious to see what that is, but I have already read the original story as well as the graphic novel. And then Ashwin and I were looking at a few more middle grades, and I couldn't help but be drawn to these. I think I saw the third one in the companions. They're all standalones, but companions, and yeah. But The Extremely Inconvenient Adventures of Bronte Middleston by Jacqueline Moriarty really appealed to me, and I love the blue as well. And I think this is just going to be a pretty cute, wholesome adventure. I think it's Bronte's parents left her to be raised by someone else, and then they've left a detailed instructions for her in their will. And so she is going on the adventure to fulfill their will. And yeah, I don't know much more else about it, but again, hoping to have finished this by the end of the month. Then I picked up another one for Believe-a-thon, and I've been eyeing this off since I heard Murphy from Murphy Napier talk about it, and that is The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. And I have read this already, and oh my lord, I highly recommend picking this up and just having a look through it. There are so many beautiful messages in this, and I would highly recommend. And then, oh dear, I could not help myself. So originally I was reading volume 1 of Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This was for last month, and I may or may not have fallen in love and just bought all 3. Oh dear. So originally I bought volume 1 separately, just to start the series and fulfill the LGBT prompt with the letter O for Maddi's Curse TBR board picks, my TBR essentially. Originally I was going to read this and decided Burn Our Bodies down, and now I've gone back to this. And yeah, because I loved it so much, I picked up volume 2 and volume 3 at the same time because I thought, you know what, I'll fly through these, and I absolutely did. So yeah, again, check out my wrap up. I'll leave it linked up above and in the description box below for my thoughts on just how much I love these. And then finally, I think this was the first book that I actually acquired in the month of October, and that is Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. I adored the rules for magic, and I enjoyed practical magic, but this is following the first Owen Maria, and I've really interested in how the curse actually originated, so we finally get to find that out. I feel like practical magic was amazing and then became a cult classic, and some things just haven't quite lived up to it. Rules of Magic following the aunts, absolutely adored the aunts as some of my favourite characters in literature, and so I'm hoping that now, stepping it back that one step further, I'm going to absolutely love Maria and get to see her story. So these are all the books that I acquired in the month of October. Like I said, the only 4 I won't have finished are The Once and Future Witches, Plain Bad Heroines, Australia Day, and Magic Lessons. The rest of them I'm hoping to have done by the end of the month, and I've already read 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and already part of the way through 1 more, so then I just have 2 more to read. That's insane. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but here we are. So yeah, don't forget to use my code PAGE10 at the Bookish Bean Co to get 10% off your order, and let me know in the comments below, did you go a little OTT in October? Because I did. We're supposed to be saving for a house. Whoops. Oh well. I've already bought 5 books this month. It's fine. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!